wanna be a weekend lover. Yeah, I'ma be the best damn lover you got. I wanna mess up your covers. I don't wanna meet your mother. Never ever ask me how I've been. Remember why you have my number.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I'm hoping that you all are having a lovely day today. So today we are back at the channel with another speed build, and today I am creating a cute little knitting shop for you all to play with in the game. So this build has been out for a week now, so it was already on the gallery, but today is the day that I can finally do a voiceover because I was actually on vacation in Holland. I went to the beach, Hoek van Holland. I love going there, and I had an amazing little mini vacation with my family. That's the second vacation that we've been on close by, so I didn't really go further than Holland because Holland is my home, or not my actual home because I live in Belgium, but yeah, still it feels like coming home every time I go there. So I went and stayed with my mom and my sisters, and I had an amazing time. But yeah, I'm back with the videos, my sporadic videos, but I really wanted to show you all this cute little knitting shop that I created, and this is actually a part of my Let's Build Willow Creek series. So if you're gonna download that save file whenever it's done, you're gonna have this little cute knitting shop as well. So I created this as a 2-level home. So this was a house that they converted into a shop, and it's run by a granny, of course. There's a upper level for living, and then the lower level is for the shop area. So we have a counter over there, and all of the items that you can sell are there as well. And then on the back there is a little tiny back porch and also a workshop where Granny does all her knitting. So that is really fun. I did test out the lot. It is functional, so you can sell the items that are in there. There is there's one little space that you cannot sell items from, and that is because I used move objects on there, but I will point it out when we get to the interior. And if you hear noises in the background, that is Sadie. She's coloring with me. It was really hard recording alone today because it's still vacation time, and there's still a pandemic going on. So, you know, kids, even if there was school, they would probably not go to school. So yeah, I'm stuck with them, and recording has been hard, and that's also why there are not that many videos, and I'm very sorry about that. So I'm loving the shape. The colors are gonna change. At first I wanted to do a very purple kind of shop area with white or very light how do you call those, roof colors, but I decided not to go that route and go with a little bit more colorful details, especially for the roofing. I think I'm going with orange, and it really does pop and make the little shop look so cute. So yeah, let me know in the comments down below what you think about the color palette. Does it fit with the Nifty Knitting pack that I'm using? Because I am building this with the Nifty Knitting stuff pack that I gotten from the EA Game Changers program. So yeah, let me know if this is a really nice knitting area or knitting shop, and if you would use it, or maybe you would do something different. I really love the front porch. It's so much fun. I added in loads of little just knitting wear basically, that are just for display at the front. I love the little mailbox. It just really looks so cute. And then here adding in just more detail, trying to add in more detail because I thought that the front looked a little boring, but in the end it looked fine. It looked fine as it is. I didn't need any columns or anything like that. And then here going through the catalog and finding a nice exterior wallpaper, and I decided to go with, I think, with the Get Together one. Yeah, so the upper one are from Get Together. The lower one is from University, if I have that correct. So we have brick on the bottom and then more wood on top. And I think that looks really cute. And then here off of the side, I decided to make a little seating area. So there are some park benches over there and also a bin for throwing stuff away, of course. And I just thought that that looked really cute, a little bit of an outdoor space for the Sims that are shopping. They can sit there and relax and enjoy the sunshine if they wanted to. So yeah, I liked that little touch. And then here going in and doing a little bit of landscaping. So because we're working with such a small lot, there isn't that much landscaping in here. I'm so sorry, that was my daughter closing her pencils a little bit too hard, but that's fine. But yeah, I just thought that there isn't that much landscaping, but the landscaping that I did place in, I do think looks really cute. So definitely happy with that. So yeah, that's basically all I needed to say about the exterior. We are changing the roof color really shortly, and then the front door color as well, because now it's all very purple. So yeah, here changing the color and also the texture a little bit of the roof. I think we're going with, yeah, just normal shingles. At first I wanted to do the Mediterranean looking shingles, but they looked really off in the neighborhood, and I do need to take in the neighborhood vibe as well, because this is for the Willow Creek series, like I said. And then here jumping into interior, and I love the interior so much. I did make sure that there was enough space for my Sims to route, so you will see me change up a few things at the very end of the video when I actually started playtesting this off camera, and I quickly saw, or felt that the space was a little bit too narrow. Some Sims got stuck waving their hands and such, and that is not good when you want a functional shop where you could potentially play with. So yeah, I did made everything one tile wider off the back, and that just gave it more space. And I also made sure that all the items that I placed with move objects deleted again and just placed normally, because my Sims couldn't buy everything that I placed with move objects. So yeah, just a little tip: if you are creating a store, don't place the items that you want the Sims to buy with move objects, because they're just gonna wave their hands like they just don't care and they cannot use anything. So this little shelf on the side, that the long one that I'm placing stuff with move objects, that is only decorational. Don't use that to sell. But all of the other shelves are functional and you can sell items from, except for the middle one, because I'm gonna stack up some knitting books there, and those are also not for sale. If you try to sell those, your Sims will get stuck, they will wave their hands again, and it's gonna be a whole nightmare. So just so that you know that. And also the counter stuff here is also decorational only. So yeah, but the other counters you can use. I did place items on there, but if you really want to sell your own knitwear, just delete those items, start knitting your heart out with your Sim, and place the items that you've knitted on display there. And I also made sure to add in two mannequins, a children's a boy and a girl kid mannequin in here. So if you want to knit like hats and sweaters and such, you can place them there. You can even delete one of the children mannequin and go for a adult one. But I just really wanted to cater for kids, because it's a granny. You know how they are. They like to knit for their grandchildren. So that is what I went for. So here stacking some books up on the counter, and I just thought it was a really cute little display feature, just decorational, but I thought that it really gave the entire shop a little bit more flair, and I loved it. And I'm also gonna make this island a little bit smaller, because now I'm using two large pieces, and I'm gonna use a small and a large piece later on, just so that the Sims have more routing to do. And then here, of course, I needed to display Yarny, because I love Yarny so much. I wished I had a real life Yarny in my home, just a doll. I would look so cute. I would definitely display it somewhere. But yeah, definitely happy with my yarnies all over the place. So yeah, I think it's really taking shape, and it's filling in really nicely. Just had it in some decoration there on the ceiling as well. Some of the nice plants that you can knit, and then here a little umbrella stand because maybe it's raining, and then customers come in, they can place their umbrella there. And then here starting with the workshop. So this is Granny's little workshop off of the back of the shop. Before you go up the stairs into the living area, I just really felt that she needed a designated area for her to just knit and work on her on her items. So she can do that right here in the rocking chair. There's also a little desk where you can place like maybe a laptop or a computer, so she can browse Plopsy and maybe even have like an online web shop. So maybe you would like to place some items in the shop and also some items on Plopsy and have like an online virtual store and also a real life store. I think that would be a really cute little thing to do. And loving the color palette. This definitely is a little bit more on the yellow side, but I just love that wallpaper that I'm using from Island Living. You've seen me use this in every build, but it's such a great wallpaper. It's like weathered, but still has this really nice vibrant color, and it fitted in perfectly with this kind of old fashioned but still bright aesthetic that I was going for. Don't know how to call it, but I like it. And then here starting with the kitchen and living area. It's an open space. It's gonna be a little bit wider, so in the end we do have space for 4 chairs, not 2, 4 chairs in the kitchen. And I really like this kitchen. It's really small and narrow, but it is functional. Your Sims can cook in there. I did not add in a sink, but I do add in a dishwasher. So Granny did update her appliances. And then this is gonna be the living room, which is gonna be 1 tile wider as well, so more space, which is awesome. Better place for your Sims to route. I also made sure to add in a rocking chair for Granny to sit and knit, maybe when she's watching her favorite show on television. In Holland, it's like Goede Tijden, Slechte Tijden. That's a kind of drama series, or in Belgium, it's Familie, which is also such a drama to watch. So I don't know, maybe The Bold and the Beautiful. That's like the equivalent of drama. Maybe she's watching The Bold on the television. Does that still run? I used to watch that when I was like really, really young. But then I moved to Belgium and they weren't caught up on where we were. And I just stopped watching that. Is The Bold and the Beautiful still a thing? Don't know. Maybe that's like out of your your age range, but yeah, that was definitely something that I watched and loved when I was younger. So yeah, here adding in some rugs, of course, personalizing stuff, adding in little details, lights, and just trying to make it look very cute. We are gonna go back through and add in a little bit more paintings later on. And because it was looking a little bit bare, a little bit more paintings and a little bit more sculptures and clutter here and there. But that we will be doing again in the end of the video. But I think it looks really cute. Definitely happy with the color palette. So this is where the bathroom is. Downstairs, there's no bathroom for clients, which is fine. They can go to the bathroom at home. But this is, our own little private bathroom. Sadly, I couldn't fit in a bathtub. So there's only a shower, a toilet, and a sink. And I am using the shower from Discover University. The one, that one. That's just the shower head. It just fitted in better in that square space. And then here we have the master and only bedroom. So no grandchildren can sleep here. Or maybe they can sleep on the couch. That's the thing. So yeah, but this is Granny's her own little bedroom, trying to keep the color palettes, very in sync with the other room. So we're going with this tealish blue color and then grayish white walls, and lots and lots of decoration, of course, you know, lots of knitwear that she's knitted herself and plants and such. And I'm really trying to make this look cute, but definitely vibing a granny vibe. That is a portrait of herself, and maybe a portrait of her mother and her father on the other side. And then here a nice little console table with more stuff on it, because I do feel that grannies like stuff and clutter. I don't know if you're like my grandmothers. They had a house full of stuff, and like a lot of stuff. When my grandmother died and we needed to, you know, clear out the entire house, it was so much. She had stuff everywhere, on top of shelves, on top of cabinets, in the cabinets, underneath all the beds, in the garden shed. It's just full of stuff that they kept for like decades or not decades, but yeah, all those years they just keep collecting and never throwing stuff out. So yeah, that's why I always think that granny houses are full of stuff, and that is what I tried to do here as well. I should have probably added in like a tiny little garden shed just full of stuff, but there wasn't any space for an actual back garden, which is really a shame. So I also made a little knitting area outdoor on the back porch. I mean, why not? So she can knit everywhere where her heart's desire. So that is really fun. And then here, what I'm doing, I'm adding in some spandrels just for that little bit of extra flair and detail. So that's what I'm doing right here. And then we're almost done here. And then we're gonna hop into adjustments so that the shop would actually be functional, I think. And then also a little bit of landscaping on the back of the house as well, because yeah, it was looking kind of bare and boring. So that's what I did. And then here, you know, making everything one tile larger, moving everything over one tile. Also the stairs needed to move as well, just so that we had a little bit more space here in the shop area. It was definitely needed, so I'm moving all the books, I'm moving everything, but still trying to make it look cute and not rushed. So yeah, and I also needed to space out these little poofs because they wouldn't sell otherwise. So placed that in the corner. Then I have 3 poofs on a row later on, and then here also making sure that, you know, placing everything without move objects so that it would be functional. And it is, which is awesome. Only that little shelf there and the middle part is not. So I decided to place a rug underneath the poofs so that, you know, this is the designated area for you to sell those things, which is awesome. And yeah, that is basically it. Adding in more rugs because why not? And then here also moving everything on the upper level so that your sim has a little bit more space there as well. And then of course everything needed to move here. It was such a hassle, but in the end I'm happy that I did it because now I had a little bit more space on the back where the sofa was. I could add in a whole heap more of plants and knickknacks. So this definitely made me happier that I could deck this out a bit further. Also added in a bin. There's a coffee machine. I think that was already there, but I just moved it. And of course, adding in some artwork on the wall just so that it looked a little bit more filled in. And then here adding in the mannequins, making sure that it was functional. And then I also dressed up the mannequins off camera. But yeah, that's basically it. So I'm hoping that you all enjoyed this little voiceover. Let me know in the comments down below what you thought about this build. Are you gonna use it? Are you just gonna plop it there for I don't know, aesthetic reasons in your neighborhood? I would like to hear your feedback on the build. And yeah, that is basically it, you all. I'm hoping that you are having an awesome day wherever you are, and hopefully I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.